If you have a cost efficiency model, remember we were talking about cost efficiency, the difference between cost efficiency and high perceived value on ends of the spectrum. So if you have a cost efficiency model, what's the problem with cost efficiency models? What's the biggest problem with cost efficiency model?
Lower profit margins.
Most likely lower profit margins, but you're also competing on what? Price. The problem is you gotta be careful because your entire operations have to be built around that. So if you're a clear choice dental implants, you can't pay doctors the same way you pay at Jim's oral surgery, right? You got to pay people differently. You have to have a different structure. You have to have a different cost structure. You have to have a different supply structure. Everything's got to be different. Your marketing's got to be different. Everything's got to be different in your model. If you try to run clear choice the way you run Jim's maxillofacial surgery, you're going to have a problem, right? The same thing with optometry, the same thing with everything else. When we start looking at these things, same thing with chiropractic. When you start looking at these models, depending on what your model is, you can run a cost efficiency model well. If you're going to run a cost efficiency model, the entire operations have to be run that cost efficiency model to do it well. The example I gave you is Ikea. Ikea does everything around cost efficiency, right? One supplier, cost efficiency, right? That is a cost efficiency move. Ikea has one supplier. Having the customer put together all of the merchandise, right? And Ikea, you ever bought from Ikea? How many love putting things together? Okay, who is it? Did you say you like it? Someone on our team said they like putting things together. I can't stand it. I would tell Jessica when she's buying things for my kids, I'm like, stop buying things that I've like, got to put together. I don't do tedious unless it's financial. And so, but Ikea said we're going to have them put it together. Now, in Ikea, is there 4,200 different colors? No, it's by choice. And so what ends up happening is they have to limit the customer service reps. By limiting the customer service reps, they have a low cost to provide service. Now, is Ikea a bad place to shop? If you ever shopped at Ikea, it's not nasty, it's not bad, it's not, I mean, they built a model that has very low, right, customer service. It's intentional. So you can buy something, you can see it, they have limited choices, so you don't have 42. You don't get to do anything custom. You buy it, they put it on your car, and you take it home, and your kid's got some meatballs. That's it. That's the way they do this. It's intentional. Everything in their model is intentional. Also, where they put Ikeas is intentional. They put Ikeas in suburban areas where they have ample parking. That was intentional. Everything Ikea has done is intentional around their strategy, not their tactics, their strategy. They knew their strategy so well, and they built the entire business model based on that strategy, even where they put Ikea. And remember, Ikeas are big stores, so those are big mistakes if you put it in the wrong location. Location matters. How many of you have matters? I just saw a thing the other day, we were talking about how you combine the two. If I can find on Facebook, they target me sometimes. It's like a new medical office where you go in and there's a biometric scanner. Has anyone seen this on Facebook? Jordan and I think they just target us. If you can find it, yeah. They target me on Facebook. So it's like, there's this thing where it says, there's a new experience and you walk in, there's nobody there to see you, by the way. You walk in, it's like digital, and it's like, oh, it's like a hologram. Welcome to whatever. And you walk up, and there's like biometric scans and all this stuff. And so, high perceived value, cost efficiency. Which one do they have? Actually, both. Right? And so you can actually do both, but you have to know where you're going with your strategy. So I'm just telling you all this because I'm kind of beating this in, saying you've got to get this stuff down. So when we focus on your growth, we got to also focus on your strategy. Who's your target demographic? Why is that your target demographic? What's most profitable? What's the least profitable? We got to keep going through that. So you need to be able to build out the strategy. That strategy, you've got to be able to build that out right. On top of that, I'm going to know, people like me are going to sit in a room, and if you bring your strategy in front of us and you don't put your strategy together, it's going to kill your valuation.